Hello everyone, welcome to a special episode of Puzzle Dude. This time I'm gonna be talking about tips for easy puzzling. This week's puzzle is this one, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Pretty good game and one of my favorites, by the way. Alright, so let's get started. Before we start, I want to make a quick note here. This tips or system works for me. I don't doubt that there are more effective or better ways of doing puzzles out there, but feel free to try these out and let me know if this works for you. So let's start with the first step, which is sorting out the pieces. Before sorting out the pieces, you need to know if it's necessary to separate them by color. In this example, we have 3, maybe 4 main colors, which is the sky. We have blue, purple, white, a little bit of pink. Secondly, we have the grass, which is light green, dark green, a little bit of yellow. And third, we have the brown for the mountain, and every color that involves Link and Epona. As you know already, I use cardboard trays to place my pieces. These trays are simply old boxes from previous puzzles, which are very useful. Instead of throwing them away, I use a small tray for the edges, and the rest of the pieces can go in the big trays. For some people, this step might look like a little bit tedious, but trust me, it'll make things a lot way easier. The best way to start this process is grab your pieces and start putting them on trays facing up. Obviously separated by color, like this. You have green, green, and then you start noticing these particular colors. Obviously you can see that this is part of the horse. This can be placed this side, and then we start dealing with another colors like brown. We decided brown would be along with the horse and Link, and then we have sky, but we don't have another tray, so you grab another tray and simply start putting those aside. Another green, sky. I have a corner here, just put on the little tray. Another green, another brown. And basically just keep doing this until you have all your pieces sorted out. Okay, it's done. I have my trays now, all the pieces are facing up. And you can go as detailed as you want. For example, you can separate the sky colors in pink and purple, but in this case, to make it simple, I just separated all sky colors in general. Moving forward, I have all my edges in this little tray here. This doesn't really need to be facing up, really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I'm just gonna put all these on the table and start making the edges. Once I have all my pieces in place, I usually start with the edges. Not because it's the easiest part of the puzzle, but because it gives me a little bit more perspective on where to start or how big is that portion of the puzzle. Sometimes it's easy to work my way from the outside to the inside, but not every time is like that. Alright, now that the edges are done, second step would be choosing what part is a good start or an easy start. In this case, I would say probably Link and Epona plus a little bit the mountain would be the easiest part to start with. Maybe the 2 cliffs here. You can do the mountain as well, this pink mountain, and then let's leave the hard part at the very last, which is the sky and the grass. And this comes in hand with part or step 3, which I'm gonna be talking about in a second. Next, what we're gonna do is grab all the pieces that has Link's and Epona colors and the mountain, and we're just gonna put those on the table. It doesn't matter if you have them sorted out or not, just need to just lay them in the table and we'll deal with them. Okay, now that you have all your pieces here, what you're gonna do next is just separate them a little bit more. There you go. What you want to do is probably just separate Link and Epona for now. Let's leave the mountain just aside, and we'll deal with that later when we finished here. Let's grab this one. And there you go. Pretty simple, fast, and easy. So moving on to step 3 would be dealing with large areas of the same color. I'm just gonna make a quick example here. Just grab another tray that you have, and there's quite a few options where you can continue. You can either do this horizon right here, which separates the sky part with the grass part. You can do all this pink mountain, which is pretty easy to identify since it's pink with a little bit of white. There's a cliff here with a couple of houses here, easy to identify as well. You have the castle at the back. You have this cliff right here. You have this dark green portion of the map, which is pretty easy to identify as well. Or try with this yellow part maybe, or maybe this cloud ring here, this birds. There's a lot of options that you can try out. In this case, I'm gonna start with these 2 cliffs and maybe this horizon line. Let's try it out. Okay, so I grabbed all the parts that I think I need for the cliffs and the horizon line. I may be missing 1 or 2, maybe more, but that's fine because I'll find those eventually. Now, next step would be maybe the pink mountain. Pink mountain should be easy to spot. Just check all your trays, pull all the pink ones. I just want to talk about a little bit more of step 3, which is resorting your pieces. This works when you're dealing with a large portion of one single color. I'm just gonna make an example with this tray. I'm gonna resort the pieces per shape. This will be super helpful, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Alright, so pieces resorted as per shape. Now, why this is helpful? Let's see, let's grab an example here. When you're working on, in a certain spot, you actually want to look for a piece that it has 2 edges already attached to the to the puzzle. In this case, it's pretty simple to try out these type of pieces. Maybe this one or maybe this one. It won't, doesn't make sense to try out this one here because obviously it won't fit. You won't be trying this one, it won't fit. What you're gonna do is just grab your piece from the tray and try it out. It won't fit, move to the next one. Won't fit, move to the next one. Won't fit, move to the next one. And so on and so forth. You will have to do that with 100% of the pieces. There are just some cases that the pieces are pretty obvious where is it going to be placed. What I mean is, let's grab this example right here. There's a little bit of water portion here. As you can see, the next piece that is attached here or even here, it has a little bit of blue. You don't have to spend a lot of time looking for that piece or try it out. You just need to find the right one, which I did already. There you go, pretty simple. And that's all the tips I have for you today. Alright guys, that's everything for this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments below if you have a better way to do it or if this helps you out. Let me know. Also, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you and good night. Peace. Click here to watch the time-lapse video of this puzzle.